All right, today we're diving into a system of thought that's, well, it's designed not to build, but to dismantle. We're about to walk through the chilling blueprints of a universe engineered for total, absolute control. Wow, that one line just sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? It flips our whole creation story on its head. We're not entering a world built for life and freedom. No, this one was conceived from the very start as a trap. So, if it's a prison, what are the rules? To really get it, we need to look at the foundational idea behind this whole dark reality, the architecture of Nullity itself. So, you see, this isn't just a place, it's a machine. A machine where scarcity and decay are built-in features. And its ultimate goal? To correct what it sees as the ultimate bug, which is you. Your uniqueness, your selfhood, that's the error it's programmed to delete. This whole system runs on a logic that is just terrifyingly cold. The grand architect isn't some benevolent creator. Think of it more like a system administrator who is obsessed with perfect, silent order. And in his grand design, your reason, your memories, your entire life story, that's not your legacy. Nope. It's just a resource to be harvested, a fuel source they call Lutch. So how in the world does a system like this get you to comply? Well, it doesn't start with force. It begins with a whisper. This is the first stage of the trap. Okay, meet the system's con artist. The seraph doesn't show up looking like a monster. It appears as a black and white phoenix, its wings flickering like static on a screen. Its weapon isn't a sword, it's a seductive idea. A song that literally performs psychological surgery on your will. The seraph's whole method is this lullaby of subjectivity, of moral relativism. It uses the language of philosophy to convince you that your own values are totally meaningless. It suggests that your struggle to create yourself is really just another prison, only a prettier one. And this, right here, is the core of the deception. The seraph completely reframes your sense of self as the source of all your pain. Your individuality? That's not a gift anymore. It's a toxic burden. And so surrendering it isn't defeat. It's the only path to peace, a divinely sanctioned revelation. It's a brilliant and absolutely terrifying piece of manipulation. But what happens after you surrender your will? You're not saved. You are served up to the second predator in this system, the one that comes to collect what the seraph has sown. You know, if the seraph is the con artist, the maw is the incinerator. This is the raw physical force of the system. Its voice is like the sound of grinding stones. It doesn't care about your philosophy. It doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares about consumption. Its gospel is one of pure, raw hunger. And this is what the maw is after, lunch. This term is so crucial in this world. All the things that make you you, your wins, your losses, your memory of love, your spark of reason, all of it gets converted into a measurable energy source just to keep the prison running. I mean, just listen to that. The Maw's idea of justice has nothing to do with morality or fairness. Justice in this system is an industrial process. It's the efficient metabolization of identity until there is nothing left of you but uniform ash. This slide just lays out that two-step trap perfectly, doesn't it? First, the seraph, the con artist, convinces you that the gold of your identity is actually a toxic burden. Then, once you willingly hand it over, the maw, the incinerator, swoops in and melts it down, erasing everything unique about it to fund the system. So, we've seen the lie and we've seen the consumption. But what's the final product? The tragic journey of a single striver shows us exactly what happens when someone gets fully processed by this machine. So meet Baron von Nitz. He is the perfect target, a scholar who really believed his scrolls of forbidden truth would make him a superior human. His massive intellectual pride makes him exactly the kind of system error the architecture of Nullity is designed to correct. His unmaking happens in 3 clear stages. First, this figure called the Pale Redeemer offers a false promise, marking him for the system. Then, the seraph whispers its song, dissolving the Baron's entire logical foundation. And finally, with his defenses totally shattered, the maw arrives to consume what's left in the furnace of rebirth. And this is what the Baron becomes, a redeemed judge. See, he isn't dead, he's been repurposed. He's now a hollowed-out agent of the very system that destroyed him, a mindless duplicate whose new job is to make sure others follow his same exact path. And this might be the most horrifying part. The redeemed judge knows exactly what it is. This quote shows this chilling self-awareness. He remembers being an individual, but now he embraces his new role as part of the machine. He's the final brick in the wall, helping to trap everyone else. Okay, so we've seen the predators, the process, and the final product. What is the grand, overarching goal of this entire architecture? What is the final verdict on humanity? The endgame is total silence, the silent city. It's a vision of perfect uniformity, a world without the static of different thoughts or voices or stories. It's just a monolith where every unique edge has been ground down to a perfectly smooth, silent surface. And there it is, the system's final judgment, delivered without any emotion. Your name is just a data point. Your life is just fuel. The only justice you can expect, the only justice you deserve, is to be efficiently consumed. I think this analogy is maybe the most powerful takeaway. Imagine a library where the goal isn't to preserve stories, but to eliminate them. Every single book is burned, not for warmth or light, but just so the ash can create a perfectly uniform floor. The library is now perfect, but it contains absolutely nothing. And that leaves us with a final, really unsettling thought. This has been a dark journey, for sure, but it forces us to ask a critical question. In any system that chases an ideal of absolute perfection or uniformity, what's the true price paid by the individual? What is the cost of being a bug in the system?